No more FIFA, none of that shit.
No more FIFA.
No more FIFA.
We're leaving FIFA behind.
Into some juicy stuff. Right.
Yeah, jacket's fine, but let's not do the whole head to toe in Gucci tracksuits in 2026. We're grown now, but I don't have £500 for a Lamborghini paddle racket. I just don't have it.
I got kicked out of the Versace Mansion back in 2014. Right? There's your title. Gonth getting rejected by Rihanna.
So here we are, podcast 6. We're back again. We're on a roll right now. Firing these episodes out like there's no tomorrow.
We are on a roll, yeah, but it is only episode 6. We've got a long way to go.
We've got a long way to go, guys, like we've already said to you before. So today we're going to do something a little bit different. Me and Rossi are both going to be basically going through some crazy topics, some interesting topics in our lives that we both want to get off our chest.
Yeah, but first thing let's mention, Spotify, obviously.
Link in description.
We're now on Spotify. There's a few other things going on as well. Patreon working on all the rest of these beautiful things to just keep scaling this podcast. So check out the link in the description. Patreon's there. Spotify's there. Rossi Gonth. Just search it on there. We'd really appreciate a follow over there just because we're kind of new to this sort of like game over there.
We're trying.
We're trying our hardest. But YouTube's still going to be the priority. So still expect YouTube podcast probably on the Tuesday. Then maybe the Spotify on the Thursday. But we're still figuring it out.
And the Patreon is coming where we're going to be basically doing like behind the scenes, like sort of extras and stuff like that. So we will be leaving a link to the Patreon soon. If any of the loyal fans want to help us out, you know, we're a small podcast. We will appreciate it, but the links will all be in the description, so you can find us over there. But today, let's get into some topics, mate.
Yeah, random. No more FIFA, none of that shit.
No more FIFA.
No more FIFA.
We're leaving FIFA behind.
Into some juicy stuff. Right. Surprise me. Where are we going to start this off? Just jump straight in. Surprise me.
Well, Rossi HD, I've got some topics I want to discuss with you. One of them is going to be designer clothes. You're a grown man now. Undo your arms. Because he's got a Supreme t-shirt on.
Just tuck this in a little bit.
We've got to talk about being a grown man and wearing designer clothes in 2026.
Okay, I feel like we're quite well placed to have this conversation.
Yeah, definitely.
And we're quite well aged that we're going to have a different probably opinion than we did 10 years ago, right?
Yeah,
so let's start off with, we're in our 30s now.
Yeah.
I still think the odd designer clothes for someone is absolutely fine.
Yep.
I think no problem, you know, still nice, still low key, whatever. I think my problem comes with it though. If I see you in your mid 30s and you're head to toe in a Gucci tracksuit from Gucci jogger bottoms to Gucci socks, I think we need to have a chat. So I mean, a serious one. It's not right.
No, I'm okay with the designer until you get past about the age of 25. When you're past 25, you can wear the odd, like, don't get me wrong, we all do it. The odd designer t-shirt, maybe.
Yeah.
The odd designer pair of trainers. Like, everyone likes a pair of designer trainers.
Jacket.
Yeah, jacket's fine, but like, let's not do the whole head to toe in Gucci tracksuits in 2026. We're grown now. We're in our 30s. We can't be doing this anymore.
But what's your opinion on like blokes that are like mid 30s, late 30s that have made loads of money, right? And they're dripped head to toe in Louis V. And I mean like everything from the jacket to the t-shirt underneath, which they don't even unzip anyway. You never even see it. To then Louis trousers. Then Louis, I mean, come on.
It's too much. I got something. I actually got a pair of Gucci socks.
Yeah.
They were 150 quid. I got a £150 pair of Gucci socks. I never bought them. They were bought for me, but I actually have Gucci socks. £150 for a pair of Gucci socks. I took it there in 2016, 2017. I was that guy. Gucci t-shirt, Gucci hat, probably had a Gucci sweatband on, and a Gucci pair of socks to match as well. They were white with a little tiger emoji on them.
And a Gucci headband. Remember St. Maximum?
Yeah.
St. Maximum,
I might even had a Gucci watch at one point.
Oh my goodness.
I was the Gucci master, the Gucci final boss, but I mean, we left that behind now. We're moving on.
I don't think full kitted out tracksuit is acceptable at any age.
No, the Gucci full kitted out. You know the ones we're on about as well. You know the full head to brim Gucci with it's all the big G's on it. We're not doing that anymore.
That can't happen.
We're leaving that behind now. We're leaving it behind, man.
But both of us in our 30s, I reckon the odd t-shirt.
T-shirt's fine.
It's fine, but you're right. Definitely fashion's gone a little bit plain clothes now, isn't it? Which I'm into. I like it. Don't get me wrong.
I don't know if anyone sees. I'm a Primark final boss, mate. All my t-shirts, plain t-shirts, straight from Primark, tenner a pop. Get 10 of them for 100 quid. You're laughing, and they'll last you 3 years.
Yeah, I'm the same. The only thing I'm a bit weird with are brands. I still have to have Nike socks. That is a weird thing. Yeah, I won't have any other brand than Nike.
Mate, I'm Marks and Spencer's Tesco kind of guy when it comes to socks.
Black and white Nike socks, depending on the weather.
To be fair, no, the sock sack, especially if you're wearing like your shorts, you do need the tick. You can't be having Donny socks, bro. Like,
no.
Can't have the tick on them.
No. But to be fair, I've been doing that probably since I was about 18. To be fair, so that stuck with me actually.
How much are you paying for it? You do know you can get the fake Chinese Nike socks.
Yeah, no, I've not been doing that. No, I've been.
You've never fucked with the fake Chinese Nike socks.
No, I'm the real boy here. No,
they're only like $5 anyway. But.
No, I don't even know. They're probably like, I don't know, 15 quid for 3 pairs.
Yeah, $5 a pop.
Or something like that. Yeah, maybe not ridiculous, but unfortunately you do white ones. They last the summer and that's sort of it. So
you're on to the next. But like, mate, have a look on Shein. I'm telling you, they're like 50p a pop, and they're the same. Fake Nike Shein socks.
What? They got the same tick and everything.
They got the same. Someone just got like a printer and just slammed a fake Nike logo on, but they all work. But yeah, so we're both in agreement that designer clothes in 2026, head to toe designer has to stop.
No, I really
stop, guys.
I really don't think that should have ever happened. But I think it should never happen. I think the odd t-shirt and the odd bag and jacket's okay, but head to toe. Listen, you don't need to let people know you got a few quid. It's it's not a big deal, lads.
It doesn't need to be that crazy.
It doesn't. Yeah.
Oh, okay, so we're gonna go from designer clothes.
Yeah.
I now want to talk about padel. Now, I'm pretty sure me and you had this conversation.
Yeah.
None of us have played padel.
So we are late.
We're a rare breed.
We're a really rare breed. We're really late. But saying all that, I do really want to play. I do genuinely, and I have done for like 2 years, but for some reason, I've not bit the bullet and I've not gone and played. I don't know why.
I'm on the same boat. Like, in David Lloyd, you can play paddle for free. You just got to book a court. But I don't have £500 for a Lamborghini paddle racket. I just don't have it. Mate, they're 500 quid.
No, but like, what do you mean?
So I don't have 500 quid for a Lamborghini paddle racket.
What, it's an actual Lambo?
A Lamborghini paddle racket, they're 500 quid. And people are rocking around with them. Now, I ain't playing paddle and turning up with a paddle out of Timu. I want a proper paddle.
But hang on, so like...
Are they called paddles or bats? What are they called, Dale?
Paddle. It's a
paddles?
paddle. It's an actual paddle, I think.
So it's called an actual paddle.
So the Lamborghini one, so what's it got? Like the Lamborghini logo.
It's got the Lamborghini logo. It's got the Lamborghini like air vents, I think.
Lamborghini air vents in the paddle.
It's got bro. Google it. They got Lamborghini paddle rackets with Lamborghini air vents and the Lamborghini logo, and they're like 5, maybe even 6. They might even be more. They might even be $1,000.
No,
I just know they're expensive. And also, you got to get
extreme, man.
You also got you got to get the paddle shoes.
Lamborghini socks,
mate.
Lamborghini socks to go with it or what?
No, you got to get the paddle shoes as well. So they're like tennis shoes apparently, but they're for paddle.
So they'll be like 100 quid, let's say.
So before you've even got onto the court, you're already dropping like 5-6 bills. Then we got to talk about how much it is an hour.
Yeah,
it's £20 to £30 an hour
per person.
Per person. Me and my mate did the maths, and people are actually paying a mortgage a month playing paddle. £30 an hour. You play 5 times a week. Do the maths. So for £500 a month. People are playing. I know people in Cardiff who are playing paddle 4 times a week.
You just said 5 times a week.
Well, 4 or 5 times a week.
What, people play paddle 5 times a week?
I know people in Cardiff who are playing paddle 4 to 5 times a week, and they must be paying between £20 and £30 a session. Yeah, but do the maths.
Surely at these like paddle cities or paddle world or whatever, surely they have like a membership and it's like unlimited paddle.
They have a membership, but the one in Cardiff, I know they have a membership, but you still got to pay for the paddle on top of that. So they have a membership to be in the club, to use like the facilities. And
so what's the membership getting you then?
I think it just gets you a percentage off playing paddle.
Yeah.
But you still got to pay for paddle.
So it's 30 quid a month to get 20% off your paddle?
Yes, you still got to play for paddle. Like, I'm just going off what people have told me, but I know people are dropping £20-30 an hour swinging a bat playing paddle. Then they're paying like 500-600 quid for these bats. Not always, but a lot of them are
this
paddle
is why I
rackets.
haven't played it. Because I'm thinking, listen, the Lamborghini one's a bit extreme. But I'm thinking if I went and bought an Adidas one, 100 quid, let's say.
Still 100 quid.
Then 100 quid for shoes. Yeah. Now I probably think, I ain't got quite the paddle shoes, right? Then I'm thinking, I need paddle shorts probably.
Yeah, paddle shorts are probably a thing.
I'm a few hundred quid in before I even fucking hit a ball.
I think it's all about the aerodynamics of paddle.
Is it even a ball you're hitting? What are you hitting?
You're hitting, Dill, what are you hitting?
What is it a tennis ball? Is it a squash ball? What is it?
Is it a tennis ball? No, it's
half and half in the middle.
None of us even know what...
Bro, what are you hitting?
None of us have played paddle.
What are you hitting?
I don't know. I think it's a tennis ball.
Not an actual tennis ball.
Is it a tennis ball?
It's a squash.
It is a tennis ball. No, I think it's a tennis ball. I swear to God, I think
squash ball.
I think it might be a lighter tennis ball.
What's you just... Well, she was just whacking tennis balls at each other, but closer.
Yeah, you're just smashing the tennis ball at each other. It looks fun to be fair. I'm gonna play it. I am gonna play it. Like if you go to like you have like David Lloyd's or I think Bannintyn and all these other health clubs, you can basically play paddle for free. You just gotta book the time, so that works out a lot better than you actually signing up to a paddle club and paying 20, 30 quid an hour.
Do you know
but then you've got to be able to book the court, that's the thing.
Do you know what I seen the other day, actually? If we get our status back up, right?
Yeah.
I saw a YouTube/reality TV star tournament up in Manchester recently.
I know what you're on about. So I've seen it.
There was like Angry Ginge.
H and that,
H was in it. There was a few Love Island guys. Yeah. There was a few random people like is it Joe Marler, the big rugby guy that was in Traitors?
I've seen.
There was loads of random
some
people.
Some of the sidemen as well. However, we've never played paddle.
No, I know.
So we're going to turn up and get absolutely... Do you know what they call people like us crabs, apparently?
Excuse
me?
When
you're really shit...
Crabs?
When you're really shit at paddle, I've seen people call people crabs. There's a nickname for it. The viewers at home are going to know. You're called crabs or something.
Oh my God.
I've got a crab on my team. Because he's fucking dog shit. And he's here, just crabbing away. No, I swear to God, they're called crabs.
I don't think... I'd like to think I wouldn't be considered a crab.
It's called paddle banter, mate. Like
paddle banter.
Paddle banter. There's a whole dynamic system that goes into this. I don't know, but yeah, we've never played paddle and we need to get into it.
It's quite a clicky thing as well, isn't it?
Super clicky, mate.
Yeah, it's a bit like CrossFit and stuff like that. It's quite clicky.
It's like I seen a meme and he's like, he's on his phone. He's like, mate, paddle 2 p.m. Be there. And he's like, bro, I can't play. I'm in Spain. He goes, I'm not going to ask you again. I said paddle 2 p.m. And he's like, mate, I can't make it. I'm literally on holiday. And he just sees a red dot on him and he's like, can you see that red dot?
Bro, I saw another one, right? This is funny as fuck, right? So this woman stood at a window, she's looking out the window, and she sees her husband snogging another bloke, right? And it's got above his head, like, when you link up with your paddle partner, and it's just two blokes just snogging whilst a wife's watching.
Oh, man, it is kind of like a proper clicky thing.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Paddle 2026, Rossi and Gonth, doubles.
Yeah, we will have to.
We're coming for it.
Both considered crabs.
Crab partners.
The crab boys, fuck me.
Oh. Right, Rossi, I've got more. We're not done yet. We've got a few things we've got to get through today.
Yeah, there's loads, mate. There's loads.
I also want to speak to you about what do you think is acceptable to spend on a first date?
Wow, so we've gone from designer clothes to paddle
to first dates.
To first dates budget-wise, or what would we do?
So as a budget, as a man... You wanna flex a little bit in front of your girl. You've saved a few pounds. You want to take your girl out.
First date, yeah.
How much are you spending on a first date? Or even a second date, but it's got to be first, second, or third date.
Well, the first thing that comes into my head, and we haven't all done this, but majority blokes I reckon have done this.
What?
They've done a shard trip, haven't they?
I don't think the majority of blokes have done shard.
So
me and you have done it, but it's like 600 quid a night, mate. Okay. Plus then getting to London. Okay. Plus then going out.
A few people I know have done a few shard trips, right?
Man said everyone have done the shard. Dylan, have you done the shard? Always done the shard, bro.
So that would be my go-to.
Yeah.
But done it. So if I had to do it all over again, I would do now. Have you seen the Gordon Ramsay Netflix documentary?
Oh, the big thing you got at the top, the monkey place or whatever.
It's called like Lucky Cat. Lucky Cat? It's called Lucky Cat, not Monkey. What the fuck?
I'm still going to go to the monkey.
And so they got Lucky Cat, which is like 4 or 5 restaurants up there. You've got a private dining experience. If I was to do the ultimate first date now to show off, I wouldn't do the shard now, personally.
How much are we looking to go there?
I think it's a few £100 per person for the dining experience.
Fucking hell, decent.
Just for dinner?
That's just for dinner.
Yeah, it's no staying a night. You're not getting any fucking anything after that, bud. You're just pure eating.
No, it does look good, though. I know he's put a couple of $100 million into that lucky monkey thing. lucky
monkey.
Whatever he's called it. I know there's a big investment in that and he doesn't want that to fail. So I think it will be bang on. I think he will do well with that because obviously the sheer investments that have gone into it. And it's him. But yeah, that's something I want to do, to be fair as well. I think that'd be pretty good.
What would you say then for you, shard? You've done shard?
So I've done the shard. Yeah. I went on a second date. So my first date, I remember years ago, it was just like a little cocktails chilling. Then I kind of think it might have been like a couple of weeks in then, or maybe like a month later.
You thought time to step it up.
I thought, fucking, I'm going to the shard. So man rolls up. I had a Porsche at the time, parks my Porsche outside thinking I'm cool. Next thing you know, Lamborghinis are next to me. So I'm straight away, I'm out of my league. Gone upstairs, whatever, boom, had a wicked night. Shard is very stunty, by the way. Like it is good. It's stunty. It's cool for like you feel like the man when you're there.
Yeah.
The next day's come, I've gone downstairs for breakfast. I've gone in, had a little look around. I'm a fussy fucker. Like, I've come around, had a little look, and I've been like, nah, those sausages don't look right. So anyone who's been to the Shad knows there's a McDonald's across the road. So, man, I've gone down the lift. By the way, you're being watched when you're in the Shad at all times. They're on the walkie-talkies and shit, watching you. They want to make sure you're having a good time. So the guy who watched me go to McDonald's, come back. I've gone and got myself a nice bacon, what they call, not bacon, a sausage and egg McMuffin. Yeah, I've gone and got myself a McMuffin. I'm living now. I'm like, you know, I'm happy. Got my sausage and egg McMuffin. I've come back upstairs. Bro, I've been grabbed. He's gone, Mr. Gonth here, is there a reason why you've had to go to McDonald's? Is the food not good enough and stuff like that? Because it's all Michelin star, bro, innit? Well, I think they got a Michelin star restaurant up there. So for them, it's like a big thing. They don't want people going to McDonald's. He wasn't angry, he was just like concerned. And I'm like, bro, I'm from the hood. Like, I don't care about your Michelin star sausages. I just want a sausage and egg McMuffin.
I don't want to eat your sausage, yeah.
So I can't remember how the story, we're going back over 10 years ago. I can't remember if they wanted to give me a refund on the breakfast because you get bed and breakfast included or something.
That's probably like 50 quid each as well.
I remember I just didn't care. I was like, bro, just leave me be. I'm just going to go upstairs and eat my sausage and egg McMuffin. Like, just chill. And I'll have my hash brown on the side too. But I remember thinking I was just mad. They're on walkie-talkies, like watching you and stuff. Like, you can, it's a proper like 5-star
They obviously felt a little bit offended.
Yeah, no, they obviously did. But anyone who's been to the Shad will know about that McDonald's crossroad because you've probably been there yourself. Yeah. But yeah, that was just a funny experience with the Shad. But they're on it in there. I heard Fredo got banned from there as well.
Oh, I think I've seen the. There's a video in there.
Yeah, of him getting banned, and he's like, "Fuck the Shad, fuck the Shad,
you're
a pussy, bro. You're a pussy." He's like, "Bro, you're in a 5-star hotel." And he's just screaming at this guy, "Fuck the Shad." I'm just like, so you're never going back to the Shad.
That was the second date for you, though, was it?
That was, I think, second or third. I can't remember what date it was, but I remember early on in the relationship we went to the Shad, and I felt like the boss. I think I went to the Shad twice.
Okay.
It might have been twice I went. I can't remember, but yeah, it's a really good experience.
So if you were to do a first date now,
really good experience,
all over again.
Yeah.
Forget the Shard. Where's next?
If I was to try and show off and go on a good first date, if I was to show off, I would probably you'd have to go to London, obviously.
It's got to be UK. You're London.
To be fair, Cardiff's got a few good places, but Cardiff's Cardiff, isn't it? So it's just like you want to be going out of the city.
Yeah.
Do you know what? A perfect first date with me would be fucking off to Ibiza.
That'd be perfect.
going off to Ibiza for a first date, that'd be class.
That'd
so probably Ibiza. Just in and out job to Ibiza.
But that didn't happen for a first date, though, or does it?
Mate, I'll make it happen, mate. I'll make it happen. I'll make it happen.
That would take some bit.
It would take some bottle.
Yeah.
But
Ramsey for me if we do it.
Yeah, all that.
Yeah.
I think that sounds
cool.
Good as well. But so okay, so we've spoken about the most expensive first dates.
Yeah.
Or taking anyone out on the first date.
Yeah.
What do you think? Yeah. No, not what do you think.
What I think.
What is the most expensive holiday Rossi HD has ever been on? Let me do that again. What is the most expensive holiday you've ever been on?
I've got a couple, all from back in the day.
Yeah.
I would say I went to Miami with the missus like many, many years ago, 2015, 2014 maybe.
Yeah.
We did some really cool shit. We stayed at the Fontainebleau, I think it is.
Where's that in Miami?
It's in Miami on South Beach or something like that. So went out every night. Went out to nice restaurants every night. Went out to like...
Flexing, yeah? Stunted.
Bro,
Stunted.
It was stupid. We weren't even like drinking heavily, but the bills were just crazy. Went to one Chinese, like something chew or something like that.
Something chew. That's so Chinese. We went to a Chinese restaurant. Something chew.
I was going to say Jimmy Choo, but it can't be that, bud. Chow. Mr. Chow's or Dr. Chow's, something like that.
Bro, I've never been to Miami.
Yeah, okay.
I've never been to Miami.
Yeah, someone will let me know anyway. Yeah. So did that and then did a few other things, steak restaurants. And then one of the final nights went to Versace Mansion.
Yeah.
Obviously very historical. He died on the steps.
Yeah.
They turned that into a hotel and restaurant.
I have heard, yeah.
So tried to get in there one night. They said not getting in because of your shoes. So I thought, right. So I went and bought some shoes.
Some Versace slippers.
Some Versace shoes just to get into the restaurant the night after. Got myself booked in, went down to the into the courtyard, with the fountain and stuff. It's really nice. It is really nice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Had dinner there, and I thought, I want to have a little look about here. So get kicked out. Me and the missus actually get kicked out from Versace Mansion.
You got kicked out of the Versace Mansion.
I got kicked out of the Versace Mansion back in 2014, right?
Oh my God.
So I've had my meal, lovely meal. And then I thought, I'm going to have a little look around the house here, because it's a nice house. And I thought I was going to go and have a look
around. How did you get away with that?
Bro, I literally walked into a little courtyard and I seen the guys, the bouncers and all that. They were like looking the other way, so I went to miss out. Fucking right, up here. Literally went up these little staircases, started looking around all the rooms. Really, really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, gets like a little bit, like, I don't know, 10 minutes in, it was hardly any time. This fucking 9'7", fucking big bold tattoo guy grabs me like that on the shoulder.
Where you going?
He says, like, hey, dude, where you going, bud? Like that. And I was like, I just shat myself. I was like young. And so I was like, these days I would have talked my way out of it, but I was like, I was going looking for the toilet. And he's like, both of you looking for the toilet? I was like, yeah, where's the toilet? He was like, bottom floor, mate. This is restricted.
You know exactly where the toilet's are, by the way.
I knew where the bog was. And he was like, this is restricted area. Please exit the property now. And he fucking marched me out and like literally like hand on my back, pushing me all the way.
Jesus
I think he thought I was a fucking like, you know, remember back then, like people were doing tricks and
they take it really sick. You're not allowed to do anything like that, are you?
They probably thought I was being a bit of a prankster, making a video or something like that. But lovely meal in there. Don't even remember what it cost, but and then got kicked out. So I'd probably say that Miami trip or Vegas, my 21st. That was pretty good.
You've been to the whole of America, this guy. Yeah. Vegas, New York, Miami,
San Francisco, LA. Done a lot, to be fair.
True.
Yeah.
You've done them all.
Yeah. So
pretty
for you?
Decent. For me, I'd say my best holiday I've ever done was a YouTuber holiday trip, to be fair. I went, me, Isan Gibb, Josh Burnchip, Max Plays FIFA, Aman Siddiqui.
Aman Siddiqui.
FIFA guys all know about Aman Siddiqui.
How the hell did he get invited to that?
He got invited to a YouTuber's trip, a YouTuber's LA trip that we went on, and then there was another coin guy, ginger guy that come with us. Don't worry about him, but he came with us as well.
No name drops for that one.
No name drops, but
no.
But yeah, it was a trip that we just organised together. I jumped on it with them, to be fair. We stayed in a massive like mansion on the Hollywood Hills.
Right.
Like up, you had to go all the way up the Hollywood Hills. Justin Bieber had stayed there, done a music video there the month before.
What, that actual house?
There's pictures. We've got pictures.
Holy
we
shit.
remember going back and getting pictures of Justin Bieber downstairs in that exact house. We booked the same villa mansion thing. It was a mansion, basically.
What year
not a
was
villa.
this?
This is 2014.
Wow. We did everything those days, didn't we?
So yeah. Coin sponsor money was flying in. We're all balling out now. So we've gone on this big flashy holiday. We've spent probably well over, I can't remember, it was well over 10 grand for the 9 days that we stayed there. And we just basically bought a table, went out clubbing every single night. We spent so much money in the nightclubs. It got to like the third or fourth night. And I remember Rihanna, on my kid's life,
Rihanna.
The Rihanna was in the club, bro. And I looked at her and I shouted her name when I was walking out. And she looked at me, like you couldn't get to her. She was like miles back in there. But she looked at me with all her entourage and just went...
So there's your title. Gonth getting rejected by Rihanna.
All I did was call her name and she just looked at me as if I was literally a piece of shit. And I don't blame her. I was probably steaming, probably like, yeah. But in my head, I thought like it was cool.
Yeah, of course.
Leonardo DiCaprio, it was basically Oscars weekend we went out. It was in February of 2014. So it was when they have like Oscars parties down there.
Right, okay.
I'm sure it was February when we went. Don't quote me, but it was early on. Mate, we met so many celebrities out there and we were spending so much money. Half the people we were with were all underage. So like, I'm not going to say that a few of the boys were like 17, 18.
What,
19.
they're getting into these clubs?
Brother, we were getting into the clubs when you got Leonardo DiCaprio and Rihanna in the club.
Yeah, so how's that possible?
I don't even, like, because the lead up to that happening, we'd been spending 10, 15 grand a night.
What, in the same club though?
Yeah, we were going to a club called One Oak in LA.
I know One Oak.
Yeah, One Oak LA. So we were spending like probably 10, 15, 20 grand a night. This is back also...
What?
Bro, this is back in 2014 when that was a lot of money. Like,
fucking lot of money now.
It's a lot of money, but like, no, we were splitting it between us all. We were also spending a couple of grand each a night for the table. So we were going all out. I think all in all, we all come home like about 20, 30 grand each down. Content was made. I got a video that I made out there in LA, mansion house tour.
Oh, I remember it.
That got 1 million views on YouTube. So
that's really good.
Yeah, so I made a nice bit of money off that. Plus, I also did a video. We went to Six Flags, the big amusement park.
Yeah,
made a video on that. That did really well.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I just went out there, blew a load of money, and didn't get anything back from it. I did get the videos and the content, and obviously the money that I made from the videos back. So still didn't. I was still come home
down
severely
bad.
In the red.
Yeah.
I still did about 30 grand that holiday. Spent 30 grand in LA, like just basically on bottles and tables, but it was one of the best times of my life. I'll never forget it. It's memories for life, and money comes, money goes. Like you can make that 30 grand back again. Do you know what I mean? I can't get those memories back again. It's probably a lot harder to get in those clubs now, and also
more.
The bar has gone up now, so you need a lot more money now to be able to.
Yeah, I wonder. Obviously, we're gonna know from the comments, but I wonder what it would be to get a table in there now in today's money.
Ooh, probably like you're looking at like 20, 30 minimum on Oscars weekend.
Oh, that's
Oscars weekend. This was
surely that would have been fully booked. You
Mate,
thought.
we had a plug in it. We had this guy called Roman, the plug, bro. At the time, we ended up falling out of him in the end. But there's pictures on my Instagram with him. Like he was like we basically took on a promoter and he just stayed with us the whole time. Obviously, he made loads of money off us.
I was going to say, did he fall out over money?
I can't remember what the falling out was, but in the end, he started doing our head in. But we ended up just kicking him off our table in the end because he was just coming out of us and just like, bro, we got like, you got to remember, we got like 10, 20, like 10, 15 grand worth of drinks. I got a video, hopefully I can put the video on the screen, of us getting like the club shuts, like all the lights and stuff go off and the DJ goes on the mic and they're like, the UK boys are in the building and a float, a woman on a float, all full of Dom Perignon, comes in and comes to us.
So how much that experience
Like 15 grand. I think we spent 15 grand on it. Between us all, so it was like 2 grand each or a grand. I can't remember what it was, like $1.50 each. We all chipped in.
What the fuck?
We had a woman, I got a video. We got the woman on a float, like all the club shuts down. This wasn't on the Oscars weekend nights, this was on a night before, but this is why we were able to just get back into the club.
Oh my
Even
God.
being underage, because they were like, these boys are going to come in and they're going to spend serious dough. If I'm lying, I'm flying. You can go on my Instagram, you can look through my Instagram, you can ask the YouTubers that came and you can go and have a look at the videos that I made on my channel. This is not a word of a lie am I speaking right now. This happened and it was insane.
For all of our audio listeners, you are probably going to miss out because we're going to put that clip over the top of this. I'm going to put a clip of the float and just the madness that went on. But you got to remember the iPhones back then were awful as well. It was like 12 to 14. But mate, we had it off. And big up the YouTubers as well. They all know they came. Like that was just a big trip. We smashed it. I jumped on it late with them, and it was class though. Oh yeah, because you went a day or two late, didn't you?
I went a day or two late because I got locked up the night before. Typical me. Had a first class flight. I didn't get out of the jail cell in time, so I lost my first class flight. Luckily, booked another one and got to LA. But luckily, yeah, I got locked up the night before.
What the fuck? Hang on, mate. I'm just processing. What the fuck's going on here? So you were supposed to fly on, let's say, Monday.
Yep.
Went out, say, Sunday night. Put in a cell
got put in a cell Sunday night for undisclosed reasons, but I got an NFA. It was absolute bullshit.
NFA stands for?
No further action. But I was always going to get an NFA. It was over nothing. It was over like squirting water. It was just ridiculous.
What?
Bro, it's a long story. It's a long story. But I got locked up, missed my first class flight, was begging the police officer. I was like, mate, just let me out. You know you're giving me NFA anyway. They're like, no. I was like, my flight's like, I got to leave soon. So they kept me in. They give me NFA, obviously. I had to then go, rebook another flight. That was like another 3.5 grand.
Oh my God.
However, big up British Airways. Big up British Airways. Because I put in a compensation form that not only did they give me a refund for my first class flight going there, they give me one for my return too, even though I didn't need the return refund.
But that flight was fine because you got on it.
That flight was fine and I got in, but for some reason they refunded the whole thing. It was like 9 grand.
No, do you know what? Fair play. They've refunded the first one because they didn't need to, because it's not their fault that you missed the flight.
I know, they didn't have to do it.
They didn't have to do it. But why have they done a second one?
I put in a big, like, massive. I probably told them. I don't know if I told a porky or two.
You would have waffled a little bit.
I waffled a little bit, maybe, but big up. I don't know if it was a mistake. I don't know, but all I know is they put because it was the whole flight. They refunded the whole flight, not just the one-way flight. So I still got on the same flight home. Mad.
Oh,
yeah.
That was probably a fuck up.
Yeah, fuck
potentially, but who cares?
Who cares? So that went in my favour, but it took 2 months for me to get the money, which is
that's unbelievable from them. To be fair, you hear a lot of bad things about airlines, especially in today's day with the fucking fuel shortage.
I don't think I would have got that money back now, but back then, like I said, I was able to get a full refund on my whole flight, and I only needed the one flight. So
you would have needed it after that week.
Yeah, I ended up winning. So yeah, it was great though. But yeah, one of my best trips of all time, man.
I still can't believe how Aman Siddiqui made it on that trip.
I know.
Pro FIFA player. I've
never seen Aman Siddiqui since that day as well.
I've seen him once. I met him once in my life, and it was a FIFA tournament in Vegas, 2013.
He's fallen off the face of the earth, bro.
Where is he? What is he doing these days?
I don't think he's on social media. I don't know where he is.
Nothing, nah.
I don't know if he's just got like one of those, like, I don't know if he's got like an arranged marriage or something. Do you know like arranged marriages?
I know arranged marriages.
I don't know if he's been put into an arranged marriage and he's just gone. I don't know. I'm just speculating.
Fair enough.
Big up Aman Siddiqui.
Aman, if you see this, let us know if you're married.
Like, comment in the comments because we haven't seen you in years. Where are you?
I know you're married, yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Mate, what a legend.
Right, so let's call that done for the holidays.
Yep. We took some school nostalgia I think they want to know about.
Oh, nostalgia school.
School nostalgia, mate.
So I'm going to start with then. I'm going to pick a school question here.
Go on then.
I'm going to say, what was your favourite soft drink at school? Let's start off with that.
What was my favourite soft drink at school? Mate, do you know what? People know, because I'm laughing because people are looking at this. This is such a white answer, like a white boy answer. Lucas 8 Sport. Is that what? Like, people are expecting me at home to be like, Rubicon, KA, or no, just a standard, I used to love the orange Lucas 8 Sport, but not the fizzy one.
It's Sport. It's called Lucas 8 Sport.
They're both called Lucas 8 Sport, so eh?
No, Lucas 8 Orange.
Okay.
And Lucas 8 Original.
Lucas 8
the fizzies.
Oh, yes.
And Lucas 8 Sport was the soft one, flat one, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, so my favourite was the Sport.
Yeah.
But I used to love the originals until they took the sugar out. Lucas 8, why did you take the sugar out of the fizzy Lucas 8? Because you killed an amazing drink.
Do you know what?
Killed an amazing drink.
Younger generation wouldn't have a clue.
They wouldn't have a clue about the old Lucas 8.
The Lucas 8 Original and the Lucas 8 Orange used to have unbelievable amount of sugar.
So much
in
sugar.
those drinks, right? And they were so good. One of my favourite drinks of school ever.
It's the GOAT.
And randomly, Jamie Oliver's popped up and said, lads, let's fucking cut the sugar out.
I hate
for a
Jamie
minute.
Oliver.
He said, let's cut the sugar out. And suddenly he took all the sugar out. And I tell you now, I've not had one since. Awful drink.
They do not hit the same, do they?
No way.
Like,
awful.
They were the go-to drink. If you were ill, if school, anything, it was like medicine. It was like, have a Lucas 8.
Mate, it was like a hit,
have a fizzy Lucas 8. Like, it just saved you, but
it was a fix, wasn't it?
Mate, like, yeah, but also, do you remember Sunny Delight?
Oh, Sunny D. Capri Sun.
Capri Sun.
Capri Suns were so good. When they had sugar in it, I think...
Bring back sugar.
Was Sunny D... Yeah, bring back sugar. Was Sunny D one of the first ones to get rid of sugar?
Right, so Sunny D was when I was in primary school. It was full of sugar.
Primary school, yeah.
And you used to have the orange one. You used to have the tropical one.
Tropical. Oh, tropical. Now we're getting... now we're talking money.
I'm getting a tingle in my willy at the moment, mate.
I'm getting movements down there.
I'm getting some severe movements thinking about Sunny D back in 2006 or whatever it was. Bro, all of a sudden, they just banished all the sugar out of them as well. Yeah. But they went first. And then we had the Capri Sun went.
I guess it was when the first ever sugar tax came in.
No, so Sunny D and all that went years. I think Sunny D went because it was just too much sugar in general. I think the government got rid of them. So the government was like, yo, this is rotting people's teeth. Like,
we didn't mind.
Like, yeah, they went first. Yeah. Then Capri Sun went. And then, obviously, the Lucas 8s and stuff went when the sugar tax came in.
I would say that was probably about start of secondary school. Would you say Lucas 8 sort of cut out?
Lucas 8 went like 2014, 15, 16-ish.
Oh, so a bit later then.
Sugar tax was back then.
That's a lot later.
Yeah, I think sugar tax was back then.
12
Viewers
years
at home
ago,
will know, but they ruined our favourite drinks, guys. They butchered some of the best liquids on earth, but in school, they went crazy.
Yeah, so one thing about Coca-Cola, obviously I just mentioned, it was elite then and it's elite now.
Still is elite.
I remember, right, and this is maybe obviously completely different now. So I used to have this thing where I used to take £2 to school every day from the age of 4 till probably 14. And when I was 14, I got a pay rise to £2.50, right? Because inflation was getting fucking wild.
Inflation was getting crazy.
So £2 a day. And I would do every morning of my school life, pretty much, £1 of that would go on 2 bottles of Coke, right? Yeah. Obviously, Mum didn't know about it, all the rest of it. And then the final £1 would go on school dinners, which we're going to talk about in a minute. That's the next level nostalgia to talk about. So I used to do that every single day for like 14 years, 12 years, whatever, go and get that. What do you reckon these days, right, when kids go, obviously I used to take £2. Kids take, is it a £5 today that kids take? Or how much is it?
Kids are definitely getting a lot more money for school, but the thing is you need more money now because we used to have Freddos for 10p.
Yeah, I know.
They're like 30p now. Like, I know it's a ridiculous thing, but they're more than that now. Like a chocolate bar is £1. Yeah. They used to be 20p when we were younger. Yeah. So kids need naturally more money. However, like inflation hasn't caught up with people's wages.
Oh, no way, man.
Giving your kid a £5 a day, people haven't got that. But then your kid's going to go hungry then, unless you've got a few other tricks up your sleeve. You've got to be a bit of a grafter if you don't want to go hungry, kids.
Trenches, man. Trenches. Serious trenches.
We're going to lay you in on a few little trenchy stories. Because when we went to school, we might have had that £1.50. We might have had that £2. But you know why it stretched so much for us? So, know why it stretched so much for me? Because we used to rob our local spa in the mornings. Oh. I used to go to my local spa. There used to be 6 of us. We'd split up in 2s. Yeah. We'd go up an aisle each, so they couldn't watch all of us. Yeah. We'd grab a few chocolate bars. Yeah. Someone would have a backpack on. You'd open up his backpack.
Straight
chuck
in
the
there,
chocolate bars in. And mate, we'd be sorted all day then.
And then you'd sell those at school?
We'd either sell the chocolate, depends how much we could get in a day. Sometimes we'd end up just like chucking loads in, but you'd have to watch out because they'd watch you. They'd be on to you, the spa workers. But other times, you'd only get a few little, you get like a pasty or like we'd rob it, whatever we could get our hands on. It'd be like £4 worth of stuff. And I'm not saying we used to rob the whole of Spar, but £4 used to go far. Chocolate biscuits, penguin bars.
Yeah,
they'd all be going in the backpacks, mate.
We used to, right? So back in school, we used to have a designated thief, right? So we didn't want to get
designated chocolate.
We had a designated thief, right? We didn't want to get our hands too dirty. We were a little bit switched on. We didn't want to do that. So
I wish I was.
So all my mates at school who listen to this, right? We had a lad called Rex, right? And Rex
sounds like he robs.
And Rexy Bingo, we used to send him in a Tesco every single morning, and after school, and we used to say to him, "Rexy boy, load up, buddy."
Load up, Rex.
Load up, right?
You like twist him up and just push him, and he's like, "Fucking load up,
honestly,
Rex."
Load up, Rexy. What we this is not even a joke, right? We used to send him in there, and we used to sit outside on the walls by Tesco, thinking, right, what's Rexy going to come up with? I swear to God, right? He used to come out, right, and he had these fucking school trousers that were massive, and his hoodie that was massive, right? And he'd come out like this, like waddling about like that, right? And he'd pull, I reckon, sometimes about 10 cans of Coke out of his pockets,
where
right?
was he stashing these?
I remember one time, this was a record for him, right? He came out once, 18 curly whirlies.
Why did you send him in to
that
get
was a new record. We sent him in, and that was a new record for Rex.
Until he got caught, I bet.
Yes, we got banned for life eventually.
He got caught.
But that was his record, 18 curly whirlies and 10 cans of Coke. So he used to then just give it all to us and hook us up. It was amazing.
Yo, Bill, we need to get Rex on the pod, man.
No, we don't, by the way.
Rex on the pod. No, we don't. Yo, 10 likes, we'll get Rex on the pod.
10 likes. So, yeah, we used to send him in there. Then he got banned for life.
Yeah.
And then we had a few other lads that used to do it for us, but they used to go and then come out with one curly whirly. Rexy set the standard so fucking high that one curly whirly, we're going to cut it between 4 of us.
Mate.
Eventually,
you needed a few, mate. You needed a few, but yeah, we used to have different different methods. So sometimes we'd go in and just rob the Spar. It was always Spar. So we'd rob the Spar for ourselves. But then sometimes, I'd be a bit like, today I want to make a bit of money. So I'd go for the Lucozades. So I'd open up my boy Jack's bag,
big money in that,
and do it. Chuck all the Lucozades in, and I'd know, right, I'm going to school now and I'm flipping these Lucozades.
Yeah.
So I'm getting £1 a pop for these Lucozades. So I'd come home with like a £5 in my pocket, but I think £5 back then was a lot.
Lovely.
So yeah, there was different methods to robbing the Spar, but big up Spar, I'm not condoning robbing Spar anymore.
Nah, they know game's a game.
But the game needed to be played back then. We're from the trenches, we're from the hood, and we go hungry sometimes, and the only way to get fed was to rob your local Spar. So yeah, man, trenches stories.
I took it up another level. So I was obviously selling, like you said, sold a few like Cokes and whatever at school and drinks and stuff. But I actually got to a point where I was like, this isn't enough money for me. I need to make a few more quid.
Yeah.
I eventually, right, not even joking you, I started selling mobile phones at school.
Mobile phones?
Bro, I used to go on my dad's eBay account, right, and buy like burner phones for like a tenner.
What the fuck was going on in your school,
mate?
Bro?
And then selling them for like 30, 40 quid. Yeah. I remember I'd done about 10 phones probably in the history of being at my school, right? So I did that.
People had the money to buy these phones.
Bro, all these like farmer kids and stuff like that, random dons, just buying these burner phones. I don't know what for, right?
And then, I don't know what for.
I have no idea what was going on. Anyway, and then SIM cards. I used to sell SIM cards,
Burner phones and SIM cards.
Bro, I used to sell SIM cards, right? Because back then you used to have to pay for SIM cards. Now you can walk in Vodafone, they'll give them to you. Course. But back then, I used to go on eBay and buy like a box of 25 SIM cards, right? For like a tenner, and then sell them all for like 2, 3, 4, 5 quid each maybe, depending on who it is. And that's how I made a few quid. And then I even spiced it up a bit more. When I got to like 50 quid or 100 quid, right, in the pot, in my investment pot,
what the fuck is going on here?
I went and then bought an IBM laptop off eBay, right? And then sold the IBM laptop at school. Oh, mate, I was.
What was going on in your school, bro?
I was flipping everything. I'm not even joking here.
I thought I was cool flipping a pack of Haribos, and you're out, you're flipping laptops, bro.
Mate, any of the lads I sold phones to back in the day, get in the fucking comments.
Bro, I don't get
SIM cards,
who's even got the money to buy a laptop in school?
I don't know, mate. It was IBM. It was fucked. It was.
Did you check the hard drive on it?
No. That was someone else's problem, man. I passed that straight on, mate. That's someone else's problem.
That's a dodgy ass hard drive. That it was, mate. That's crazy though. That's mad to know like the differences from schools, because obviously my school, all we used to do was hustle sweets and like the odd chocolate bar, and I'd have a few kids on my tick list for can of Dr. Pepper, like, I want my money tomorrow sort of thing. But you're out here flipping IBM laptops and mobile phones.
IBM,
and
baby.
SIM cards, bro.
Yeah.
I would have liked to have come to your school, Mike. It seems like there was money being made.
Yeah, no, it was a good time, to be fair.
Some money being made.
And then, actually, forward on, the money I made from selling phones and stuff, I bought the Dazzle capture card.
To start your YouTube career?
To start my YouTube career.
Oh, do you remember the
There you go. So there you go. I bought...
That's how Rossi HD
Bro,
started.
that is actually
channel.
how I started. Selling phones and laptops to get enough money, which was like 100 quid.
Yeah.
I bought a Dazzle capture card, which no one in the world will know what it is unless you were there in that era.
You have to be in the trenches.
So I bought a Dazzle capture card, which meant I made my first ever FIFA video in 360p. I think back then
it was the free red, white. It was the
red,
the yellow,
and
red and white that went in the back
in a TV,
and it wasn't a HDMI wire back then. Yeah, I remember that bit. What is your goated favourite school meal of all time?
Oh, okay. So we've talked about drink, right? Secondary school was a little bit ruined for me, thanks to Jamie and the crew. Yeah. So I'm going to go back to primary school. What we used to do, right? I'm trying to think of the days. We used to do, Friday was fish and chip day.
How we can remember this, I don't know, by the way.
Friday was fish and chip day.
Yeah.
This one I was like 5.
Yeah.
Wednesday was roast dinner day. So I loved the roast dinner. That was decent.
Yeah.
And then like Tuesday would be like burger or like turkey twizzlers
or turkey twizzlers
something like that. And then Monday and Thursday would just be random other bits and bobs. But primary school days were the best days.
Mad how you can even remember that. But back to our primary school. That was when the school dinners for us really were insane. So nothing was off bounds. Nothing was like, you could have whatever you wanted. You'd roll up to school as like a 6-year-old and you'd be being fed turkey twizzlers with like the most amount of fat injected into them, like the most processed piece of meat of all time.
So bad for you, so good.
So bad, but so good. You'd have double cheeseburgers. You'd have school cakes. Do you remember the little school cakes?
Yeah.
And we were fed these from a young age, and we were all happy kids.
With the icing on top.
Icing on the top. We'd have curries. Like, it was just roast dinners, but everything was amazing until Jamie Oliver came. And he came and he bummed us. And he ruined school dinners, Jamie. And no one will ever forgive you for that. But mate, I got a funny story for you, right? So
yeah, go on, Jamie.
And like I say, it was like a Tuesday. It used to be cheeseburger day. It was like the American day.
Primary school.
Yeah, primary school was when the school dinners really would go. We're in our 30s, so primary school, everyone will know, was where the goat dinners were. We'd have a cheeseburger day. Ooh. Right? So we'd all be lined up on these little benches. So now, like, you'd all be in your little huddles.
Yeah.
So I'd have my cheeseburger on my plate. Me and my boy, he'd have his cheeseburger on his plate, and we'd scram that. Now, I'd have an amazing side eye in there. So I can see Tom over there, and his burger's still on his plate. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Now I'm still hungry, and he ain't gonna eat that burger. So do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna make my way over to Tom. I'm gonna sit next to him. I'm gonna start talking to him like I really like him.
Right.
But really, I'm just gonna steal his burger.
Wow. You manipulated him for his burger.
Yeah, bro. I was like 6 at the time, and me and my boy, we would literally hunt around the school, like the benches, just sitting next to people. Someone might even have one bite of the burger, but they put it back down, and I can see it's going cold.
You're gonna have to cut around that
bite.
Bro,
one bite's okay for me. I'll still eat your burger. Some days I'd have like 6, 7, 8 burgers. Both of us, we'd just be having a competition who could eat the most burgers.
What the fuck?
People didn't eat their burgers. It was mad. Like, and you can't leave that sort of stuff around. Bear in mind, primary school burgers, they were just processed shit, but they tasted unreal.
They were good.
And remember, we had the sausages and the chips. Everything was so nice. So just the madness that we used to do as primary school kids was just, I was a little trenches baby. It was just hilarious. But stealing people's cheeseburgers. If you haven't done that, you don't know about the trenches.
So you're almost playing a game, really. Who can get the most cheeseburgers?
Who can eat the most cheeseburgers?
Who can get the most cheeseburgers at lunch?
Yeah, who can eat the most cheeseburgers at dinner time? And it worked, and my belly was always full. So thank you to everyone who I stole your burger off.
Stole a burger off.
Because next week I'm going to do it again.
But then
that was every week I'll do it again.
But then secondary school happened, and then it was like spag bowl, wasn't it?
Spag bowl fair trade came in then. What the fuck is fair trade?
Fair trade.
Fair trade chocolate bars. They don't even taste like chocolate.
Chili con carne on a Tuesday.
Sandwiches. This is boring shit.
Did you ever get those ones at school, right, where it was like half a baguette, and then like it was like a pizza, but it was like half a baguette with just like cheese on top, with just like baguette bottom? Did you ever have that or not?
Yeah, it was just boring,
so
bland
bad.
Food. But I can also remember. Do you remember the kids who used to take packed lunches into school?
Nah. Do you know what? I got a fucking thing with these bastards, right?
You pack lunches, nerds.
You fucking freaks, man. I'll tell you now.
So
I didn't do a packed lunch, right, from a whole school, right? Primary school, secondary school, right? And I tell you one of the reasons why, yeah? So everyone had a hall, like an actual like assembly hall, and that was designated. So the canteen was for like the canteen eaters, whatever, and then the hall was for your packed lunch freaks, right?
Yeah, they're just...
And what happened was, you'd walk into this assembly hall, and I tell you now, that place fucking stank.
It did stink.
Oh,
Stunk
my
of just ham.
God.
Ham and roast beef.
So you lot up there, right, and you're opening these plastic tubs and letting out the smell of ham, bread, chicken, cheese. Some people put mayonnaise in their sandwiches, right? That hall fucking stank. And that's one of the reasons why I could never have packed lunch, because the smell.
It was disgusting.
Sandwiches. The smell of sandwiches. Oh.
Bro, I can remember these kids who used to have tomato sauce sandwiches. There'd be little shits coming in with tomato sauce sandwiches, bro.
So one of my best mates, right, and he's a fucking wrong one even to this day, right? He's a wrong one. He used to have pure mayonnaise sandwich.
That's disgusting.
Two bits of bread.
Whoever you are, you need to be locked up. That's
Two bits of bread.
Where he's disgusting.
Just Hellman's in the middle.
That's
just
disgusting,
Hellman's.
bro.
And he used to bite into it, right? And the mayo used to run down his face per bite. Honestly, that's all he had. And for me, I've only really got over it recently. I've only started eating sandwiches again.
Bro, I
mayo
feel
sandwich. Pure mayo sandwich. He'd bite into the sandwich, and the mayo would go burst outside of the sandwich, down mush, everything, down front, everything. And the smell across the assembly room. Oh my
God. Horrific. Did he have butter in it, or was it mayonnaise?
Nah.
Butter and mayonnaise?
I'm going to say it's even worse. It was loads of butter, right?
Oh,
so the butter,
butter and mayonnaise.
Bro, the butter, you could actually see like 3 or 4 millimeters of butter on each side, and then the middle of it was just fucking full of
I love how you
Hellmann's.
can remember this so vividly. Like, Rossi, this has scarred this kid for life.
PTSD, I'm not even joking you. I didn't eat sandwiches for ages because that smelly cunt. I'm swear to God, it was great.
Yeah, mate, the butter and cheese melt. The
mayo,
that's disgusting.
So, I was never one of those packed lunch kind of guys.
Nerds.
And that's the reason why, because of the pure smell of lunchboxes.
They were disgusting.
Grim.
Yeah, there was loads of Lunchables, and there was all this bollocks. But they all stunk.
Open them up, and the smell of the ham. I love ham, but the smell of the ham, but it's someone else's. Someone else's ham.
It was all minging, but no, school dinners were goated. And yeah, if you were unfortunately one of those packed lunch nerds, you know, you were wrong, and we still haven't got over you. You pack lunch.
You've actually fucked me up to this day. I've actually...
You're still scared?
Bro, that mayo sandwich, I swear to God now...
He's going to be watching this.
I love mayonnaise now. I'm not even joking you. It took me 10 years.
to start having mayonnaise.
Start having mayonnaise. Go just pure sarnie was in my head.
You'd open the fridge and see the Hellmann's and be like...
Honestly, mate, honestly, grim. So,
that is fucking class.
Shout out to him for fucking me up for 10 years, because I love mayo now, so I missed out big time.
But no, that's class. That's
crazy.
Class. So, we've gone through a lot of interesting topics today.
Yeah.
We're going to let the viewers at home decide if, they enjoy this, if they don't, if we stick with this format, if we don't.
Yeah.
I know I've enjoyed it. A bit of nostalgia.
That's great.
Running back through the old school days, being in school, stuff that people can relate to. Hopefully the people at home can relate to the mayonnaise sandwiches and the chicken burgers and all the madness that we went through in school. But yeah, hopefully this is a format we can stick with.
I mean, I've actually spoke about things today I've not probably spoke about for like 20 years. I'm not joking. I've actually loved it. So this is a slightly different format for us. I've enjoyed it because, like I said, we've always said it. We're not going to do FIFA.
We can't keep doing FIFA.
We can't keep fucking talking about FIFA. So we're going to move on other subjects and stuff like this. This is hopefully a little bit of a stepping stone. Last podcast, which was number 5, that was also a bit in the right direction of a new change and
different style podcast. We're gonna try out and see. Basically, just going to see what works and what the viewers and you lot at home prefer the most. Like, one thing we're not doing, like you said, we're not going back to FIFA.
No.
We're not just going to talk and ramble about FIFA. No one wants to hear that anymore. So yeah, where can they find the links? They need to know again. Where can they find the Spotify? They need to know again.
So Spotify description, Rossi and Gonth. The only thing we haven't got ourselves onto yet is Apple Music, which I was talking to you about earlier.
That's coming.
I need to know in the comment section down below, realistically, like, is that something we need to focus on? Do we really need to be on Apple Music?
People have mentioned about Apple Music.
I didn't really realize. I'll be honest, no disrespect to Apple, but I didn't realize anyone used that shit. I'll be honest.
I don't use Apple Music.
So I asked a few of my mates, said, follow us on Spotify, lads, we're there now. And 2 of them said, I'm on Apple Music. I was like, what's that?
Mate, download Spotify.
Yeah.
Link in description. But yeah, Spotify, link in description. Mm-hmm. Patreon's coming real soon for you loyal ones who want some behind the scenes stuff, some exclusive footage.
Should we touch on Patreon quickly?
Yeah, so we're going to be doing a Patreon. Me and Rossi are going to be setting up a Patreon between us both. We're basically going to be getting some of our most loyal fans who basically want to help us out, want to help fund the podcast because we're not getting a penny from any of this at the moment.
Yeah.
And we're basically going to be giving you, behind the scenes, we're going to be giving you we might do like exclusive podcasts. We're going to be doing questions and answers that you want to ask us. We will be answering you specifically in the Patreon.
Dedicated to the members.
And it's all going to be dedicated to you lot. So it's literally just going to be a little place for you lot, the loyal people, to come and hang out, to chat to us. And yeah, it'll be fairly priced. It's not going to be nothing crazy. everyone can afford it. It's like a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
And yeah, it'll just help support the podcast going forward. Because like I said, we're not looking to recoup anything for another year now.
No,
we're happy. We're happy. We're just here for just to have a laugh. So yeah, Patreon will be coming. Link in the description as well. And yeah, the TikTok and socials, you know where to find us.
Yeah, and obviously everyone wants guests and stuff like that. And these things do cost money. So we're going to have to think about traveling and getting a studio in London for that sort of stuff. Might be traveling to Manchester, Birmingham. It could be anywhere. So all these things incur costs. And genuinely, we've got nothing coming in from this now. So obviously, listen, we are still investing. We're still doing this, still doing that. But if you want to help scale it and push us even further, obviously it's up to you.
Yeah, like I said, regardless if you want to go down to the link in the descriptions or not, we're still going to be sat here and we're still going to be recording regardless. But yeah, if you want to help us out, guys,
just might speed it up.
You know what to do.
Yeah, that's it. So yeah, TikTok Rossi and Gonth, Instagram Rossi and Gonth.